Is this genius or desperation from Bill Belichick?
Skip, I think I gave you a little insight yesterday. Coach Belichick is the guy that had the nice girl. He didn't do right. She leaves, gets her a new man, and do it quite well. So Coach Belichick goes and buys him a new sports car, gets him a Cuban link, gets him a Paddock, and say, see, if you'd have just waited, everything would have been peachy. But the new girl like, nah, but I won the Super Bowl. He said, but you're not happy. See, you'd have been happier winning a Super Bowl with me. Skip, also, this shows that I've made mistakes in the draft. You don't spend that kind of money on two tight ends that you just took two tight ends in 2020. You don't do what you did. He's saying to kill Harry, you were a mistake. Because I went out and got me 2 wide receivers in free agency.
He did.
So that's what he's saying. He's compensated for some of the mistakes that he's made. Yep. Now, I'm not taking anything. Coach Belichick, the coach, is a lot better than Coach Belichick, the general manager, because his draft pick leaves a lot to be desired.
Agreed.
Haven't drafted a Pro Bowl player since Jamie Collins in 2013, outside of a punter. That's not good.
Nope.
So what he did, Skip, is that some of the mistakes that he's made in the draft, he went out in free agency to cover it up. He said he didn't have any money last year. That's why he gave Cam Newton $1 million. Well, I guess he's been saving for this one, Skip. You know, you save all your pennies, and one day that's what I want to buy. And he went out and bought him 2 tight ends. He bought him 2 wide receivers. He bought him an offensive lineman. So he bought a lot of stuff. Yes, Skip, it bothered him. You don't have the level of success that Coach Belichick had.
Yep.
And all of a sudden, it's one thing, Skip, you make the playoffs and you lose. Coach Belichick has made the playoffs and lost in the divisional round or lost in the wild card round. But not to make the playoffs at all? That had to happen since 2002. And all of a sudden, you go from winning Super Bowls and contending AFC titles to not even making the playoffs. Hell, now that wasn't going to sit right with him. And he was going to spend all the Mr. Kraft's stimmy money to make it right. I believe they're a playoff team, Skip. I believe they've done enough. It's going to be on Cam. They brought Cam back. Coach Belichick wanted to run it back. He said, I want to see Cam a year removed or further from that surgery. I want to have him another year up on his belt in the system, not come in at the last minute. And I believe they've done a lot. This is so now if it doesn't work, it's going to be on Cam, Skip, because he's giving him everything he needs. 2 tight ends, they play 12 personnel, had great success. Tom Brady had great success when they ran 12 personnel. I'm not saying Cam Newton is going to be Tom Brady. He doesn't need to be. But he needs to get back to be 65, 70% of the Cam Newton that won the MVP and let those guys work for him. So that's what Coach Belichick did. No, it didn't sit well with him. Don't think for 1 second he didn't watch every single thing that Tom Brady was doing. He was on IG watching her stories, looking at it. Man, you know she can see you watching her stories, Coach Belichick. Yeah, I want her to see. That's why I keep posting. I keep winning playoff games. I won the Super Bowl because I want him to see what he lost.
Yep.
And Coach Belichick said, I'm going to meet me in L.A. in 2022.
Okay. So that jilted lover you refer to, when he buys his new pad, does he overpay for the new pad?
Yes.
Yeah.
Skip, he don't need no sports car, but he got to show her, I'm still young at heart.
Yeah, did he go to Beverly Hills and just pay whatever the price tag was?
Yep.
The sticker, you just pay it.
Yes.
Because that's the way they do business in Beverly Hills.
That's the way they do
car
business.
Dealerships. Okay. First of all, consider the source. I know Drew Rosenhaus, known him forever. I enjoy him. He's fun to be around.
Yeah.
But he's a businessman, and he just did really nice business deals with Bill Belichick.
A lot of those guys, he signed with his guys.
Jonnu, Jalen Mills, Trent Brown, that Godshaw from Miami, all Drew guys.
Yeah.
So when he says, besides being a great coach, Coach Belichick, I think, is an outstanding talent evaluator and a great NFL executive. I don't know about that. Yeah. So Drew goes on to say, I think it's scary to give an outstanding coach like that tons of cap room that most teams don't have this year, and I think the Patriots are going to be a very dangerous team next year. They definitely will be improved. Dangerous, I won't go that far, because I think they are winning free agency just because of the cash splash. Nobody has splashed cash like Dollar Bill Belichick has.
Dollar Bill.
Just splashing it all over everywhere. And the volume of it, the magnitude of it is just overwhelming, because most teams, such as my team, are just sitting back in the weeds watching all this, right?
And we've never seen this from him.
No.
We've never seen him spend like this.
No.
That's what, Skip, that's for teams that's never won. spend money like that. The Jets spend money like that. The Dolphins spend money like that. Washington football team spends money like that. Not a team that's went to 9 Super Bowls in the last 20 years. Those guys don't spend like that. That's 1/6 of them. You spend a little minute. They normally do like Cincinnati. Cincinnati don't really spend no money because we know Mike Brown cheap. No. But Coach Belichick's like, hey, I got this money. I'm spending all in one place.
He is spending it all in one day. It felt like.
Yeah, that's what he did, Skip.
Okay, congratulations. And I told you as soon as the Hunter Henry news broke, I said, okay, I'm impressed.
Yes.
And, you know, I looked down the list. Jonnu Smith, he's pretty good. And Matthew Judon, yeah, he'll flash off my screen every once in a while.
Re-signed Kyle Van Noy.
They did, and it's nice. But remember, Miami said no.
No,
we're done. We gave you your money, and now we're done with it. Right?
Right.
And Patrick Chung just announced that he is retiring.
Right.
So sort of 6 of one, half dozen of the other.
Right.
Did they get better? Yes. Do they have a transcendent difference maker? Did they go get somebody, a Trent Williams at left tackle, where you say, whoa, that's a Hall of Famer?
Right.
Are there any Hall of Famers on this list?
No.
Because Hunter Henry and Jonnu Smith have not made one Pro Bowl combined. Not one.
No, I mean, normally what Coach Belichick, he's only gone and got one. Yeah. Revis. He went and got the higher gun.
Revis, sort of at the end of his run.
But he was unbelievable for them.
He was.
And then he couldn't pay him more than we going to pay Tom Brady.
Yep. And then back to, you know, as much as I like Matthew Judon, again, Pro Football Focus ranked him 41st of 76 edge rushers because they're saying much of his production came courtesy of Baltimore's extraordinarily high blitz rate. Okay, I got that. And they question Judon's unproven ability to win one-on-one battles. Is he Charles Haley that we just talked about? No, he's not. Did you get a little better? Yes, you did. It's still going to come down to the play of that quarterback. He now has much better weapons than he had.
Yes.
But Cam's QBR last year was 30th of 33 qualified quarterbacks.
Can he get that to the middle of the pack, Skip? Can he get 15?
If he could get to 15th, they would have a chance.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay? If you tell me Bill Belichick's going to wave his magic wand and get Deshaun Watson to New England, some people have speculated about that possibility, then you got me.
Yeah.
Then I'm all in. Then because
call this boy up. He's like, do me this solid. Let me get Deshaun off your hand.
And I think that's why people speculate about it, because Nick Caserio is now running the Texans and used to be his right-hand man
and besides,
in New England.
Give me 4 first rounders because you're going to mess them up anyway.
Well, you could make that case. So that's the kind of shock move. That's the bombshell that is missing so far. It's high volume, but is there one move that makes you say, whoa,
no,
you're back in business?
Well, Skip, they had a lot of leaks, so he had to plug a lot of areas.
Yep.
So his sink was backed up, his toilet was backed up, the roof was leaking. So he had to plug a lot of things, Skip. He spent a lot of money, but he had to. And that's on him now, Skip. You know, you keep talking about he's a talent evaluator, he's a general manager. Who did all that? Who drafted those 2 tight ends in the 3rd round, and one of them you traded up to get? Who drafted that receiver?
It's a great point. Thank you for making it a very objective point on your part. I was surprised to hear from Drew. He was talking about how what a pleasure it is to do business with the ultimate decision maker, to negotiate with him as opposed to a middleman who has to keep going back and forth. Well, he's saying, I'm dealing with the decision maker. Like, I did these deals straight with Belichick.
Yeah, we know that.
So he's negotiating the deals.
Yes.
Really?
Skip, everybody knew that. Everybody knew that Coach Belichick.
I didn't know he actually negotiated the deals. I thought he would let a Nick Caserio do it.
No. Skip, and that's why they fail. They don't get an opportunity to do anything. They just have the job title. He's doing everything.
Everything.
He's doing all the coaching. That's why they don't have the level of success that we see other coaches that's been under. Look at the coaches under Mike Holmgren. Andy Reid actually got to call plays.
Yep.
Andy Reid actually got John Gruden. They actually and Mariucci. They got to do things. Hell, nobody does anything. He does everything.
I mean, he's not just buying the groceries. He's negotiating for the groceries.
Right.
Those apples aren't worth that much.
Exactly. Skip, he's actually not just paying for the grocery, Skip. He's actually in the grocery store. And then he coming home cooking it. And then if it doesn't work out well, like, I don't know. Hey, I'll buy another dish.
I'm with you. This was all about what Tom Brady was doing all last year in Tampa. This is his, I think, desperate attempt to say, okay, I'm going to try to get back in business as quickly as possible by spending all my money.
Right.
It could inhibit you. It could handicap you down the road because you're going to be so overspent that you're going to have to pay that piper somewhere. When you do get an opportunity to land that quarterback, you might not have the cap space.
Once again, you got to go get you a pretty girl too.
Yeah.
I mean, Tom Brady went down there and got a Super Bowl, so you got to try to get you a pretty girl, which means you got to get to the Super Bowl and win it too. That's the only thing. And this notion that, oh man, Coach Belichick keeps his head down. If you don't think Coach Belichick was paying attention to everything Tom Brady was doing, if he were, they would somebody was telling him.
I agree. I mean, out of nowhere, Bill Belichick started doing Subway commercials.
Yeah.
No more Brady. It's my stage. I'm the face of the franchise. I'm Coach Subway.
So Coach Belichick don't know who won the Super Bowl, huh? He has no idea who won the Super Bowl.
Or how.
Exactly. He exactly. He knows Tom Brady put immense pressure on Coach Belichick. He could have had a year. If Tom Brady didn't win it this year, like, well, Tom didn't win the Super Bowl either. Tom went down there in 1 year and won the Super Bowl.
And
First year without you.
He also knows Tom Brady has a pretty good shot at winning one next year.
Coach Belichick
That's
said,
horrifying.
Coach Belichick said, I'm going to see you in L.A. You ain't going to beat me. Coach Belichick, you already know Coach Belichick see him. It's over. We already got cases on that. Coach Belichick going to do his thing on him this year.
You know, it's interesting to me. I think a lot of this overhyping of Belichick comes from the overhating of Brady. Like, by default, Belichick gets a lot of acclaim and mystique that he doesn't deserve to me because so many people don't want Brady to win.
But Skip, you don't think these are some good, I mean, you don't think he filled areas of need on his football team with these selections? Now, we don't know if now, what they were in the other locations, they was tremendous.
Okay.
Now, if they come in and perform like they performed at don't you think these were good transactions?
Nelson Aguilar, you never liked him.
No.
Okay, is he better than Curtis Samuel? We're about to talk about Curtis Samuel.
Oh, no.
He's just not better.
No,
is he better than Kenny Galladay, who might or might not go to the Giants today? No, he's not.
But Coach Belichick don't like injuries. You know how Coach Belichick is about injuries. How did N'Keal Harry start off? Injured. And he's saying basically by signing these two guys, Skip, I made a mistake on you, bro.
He did.
There's no other way around it.
I
made a mistake on you, bro.
Okay. Good luck.
Oh, God, yes.
Yep.
I see 11-5.
Yeah. Boy, I'm liking Tampa Bay.
I'm liking these two cases for the playoffs.
Did you see Tampa Bay even sewed up old Ryan Suckup? They got it all done. He got 3 years, $12 million.
That's good little money.
Yeah,
that's good little money.
Kicker.
But
he was the kicker.
Well, and you were confident in him.
Game of the century in New England.
Yeah.
Okay.
We got
all right.
due on that.
Belichick is
good
all
with
in.
that one.
Apparently, Shannon is too.
Thank you for watching. You can subscribe here to get the latest from the show, and be sure to check out more of the best clips from Undisputed, or go watch a few other segments from our other shows on FS1.